Hello, I'm Paul Lambis and welcome to Culturescope, featured on Cyprus Mail's interactive web portal Good Living. Our location for this episode is Episkopi, a lovely traditional village built on the west bank of the Ayioi River. Located 11 kilometers northeast from Pafos, this hidden gem is a paradise for nature lovers and an ideal location for hiking and walking. Hidden in a wonderful natural environment, the entrance to the village is marked by its steep rock, a grand monolith that accommodates rare hawk species. A stroll around the village reveals that the traditional core of the town remains unchanged. Today, the most important religious personality for the Orthodox, as well as the Roman Catholic Church, is Saint Hilarion, who lived from 291 to 371 AD. Visitors can see the cell of the saint and can also light a candle at the church which was built in his honor. Housed in the old elementary school, the Episkopi Environmental Center of Pafos aims to highlight and promote the ecological value of the Ayioi Valley and to promote the region's sustainable development. When father and son act Stavros Flatley ran on stage for the Britain's Got Talent auditions in 2009, nobody could predict what was to come. Their hilarious and infectious performances, lampooning Michael Flatley and Riverdance with a Greek twist, was an instant smash, wowing the likes of Simon Cowell and Amanda Holden, making Dimitri Dimitriou and his son Lucky true Britain's Got Talent legends.
I've wanted to say this to you for years. I've really wanted to thank both of you for everything you've done. No, forget me. I want to be able to thank you, and there's one way I can do this.
We were never expecting what happened. Every time we thought we're going on the show, we're going to do this or we're going to do that, it was always like no one would tell you what came after. So everything was like a big surprise. We just thought it would be one joke and we'd go home. Never in a million years did either of us think, like, what do we do next? In 2009 we were finalists on Britain's Got Talent Series 3 and it's gone on for 10 years. Still haven't got a clue what we're doing.
Dimitri, you and Lucky originally appeared in the show in 2009, making it to the final, and you even went on to perform at the Royal Variety Performance in 2012. What was the whole experience like?
If you go on shows like this and you take yourself too seriously, or you can only come out disappointed. So for us it was a completely different experience where we just kept thinking, oh my God, they're giving us like sandwiches every like 20 minutes, or like there's someone coming along asking us, what do you want, is everything okay? So it was just fantastic. We've been all over the world, all over England. Some of the places I would go to, like we went to Downton Abbey and danced in Downton Abbey. We danced in Monaco on Onassis' yacht, the original Christina O. You go to China and you reach an audience of 24, 25 million. We never thought we'd get asked to do the Royal Variety, because if you win, you get to do the Royal Variety. Then they go, Mr. Dimitriou, you and both of you are going to be in the line with the Queen. I went, are you sure you got it right? She said, no.
We'll make space. We've made space.
I
personally think Prince Philip wanted me.
Oh well, because
I personally think that's.
But she was really nice. She said to us, like, I expected you two to be naked, like half naked, and you've lost a lot of wigs this evening because we gave everyone a wig in the thing. But the funniest thing on the Royal Variety is I'm there and I'm just walking around, and again I've got my top and I'm walking all backstage. I'm thinking I'm meeting with Jimmy Tarver, Robbie Williams, all that, and all I hear is, "Oi, Stavros!" And I look around and it's Rod Stewart with his girlfriend Rachel, and I went, oh my God, he went, are you still going? Oh yeah, oh what, are you still going on? I didn't want to say it, what, no. But that was weird, having Rod Stewart know who we are. And he came and said hello. It was mad.
He said, my kids love you.
Yeah. When we found out we were on the show, and it got shown, apparently in Cyprus, it was all over the news and everything. This guy's turned up with a Cyprus tattoo on his belly, and everyone was going like, "Oh my God!" It was on the news. It was everywhere. The concept of Michael Flatley, the gag is that Michael Flatley is so pristine and so handsome and so ripped and so concentrated.
Yes.
Where if I can portray that on telly as a fat guy, so in my brain I don't know that I'm this shape. I think I'm that good looking and that thing. That's the gag. And so the Greeks, they don't care. They just see a guy with a Cyprus tattoo and his son, and now he's got the tattoo and running around telly. That's good enough for us. That's brilliant.
Come on! We've got the judges. I know, but I've got to thank my dentist in Pafos. He's amazing. I've got the same team as Simon now. Look. Dr. Protaras in Pafos. Amazing.
Is there one particular moment that stands out for you from all the events that you've performed at?
We danced in Monaco and Anna Vishi was there. And she touched my belly, and that I just melted. She knew who I was.
I've never
she
seen.
gave me, as she walked past me, she gave me a fist bump, and then I've got the video.
She was singing, and she come back.
Yeah.
She grabbed his head and she rubbed his belly.
rubbed my belly.
I've never seen
she
a
gave me the
50-year-old
microphone,
man
I
melt.
blushed. Whatever happens now, it doesn't matter. We've done it all. We've seen it all. Not in a boasty way. It's just been wicked. We had a book out. You know what I mean? We've done everything we wanted to do, and I wrote a dedication to all the people that I wanted to write a dedication.
Oh, it's there, yeah.
Yeah, and I wrote in it a nice thing to him. So I've done it all. And if it ends tomorrow, it's been a blast.
Influenced by her ongoing fascination with nature's resonance and fractals, Elli Lestas is a renowned artist who celebrates nature and promotes positive social change through her work. Elli, the environmental art movement celebrates the artist's connection with nature. Why have you chosen nature as the key subject to your work?
I don't think I could say that I actually chose it. It was almost as if it chose me. When I moved to Cyprus, after quite a few series of work, after all the reading, all the philosophy, all the language, making work about what you think you should make it about, I started to actually realise what was around me. And when I found that first seed, quite by accident, on my cat, I realised that there was something very important just as it was. And I think that was the first nature journey. And then it continued. And now all my work is about that.
Your new exhibition, titled Atlanticus Mercuria, is described as a multiple media experience.
Yes, Atlanticus Mercuria, we made up with my co-exhibitor. We realised that there was lots of names of exhibitions that were all a bit too over the top, and so we literally made it up. So we were quite happy with that. And then multimedia, absolutely. Painting, sculpture, installation, nature objects, drawing and photography are all in this exhibition. So I think we can safely say that it is a multimedia experience.
What motivated you to break away from the London art scene and relocate to Cyprus?
Instinct and intuition. I realised that all my senses kicked in here, and I just felt happy, and I've never looked back. I think my motto very often is do rather than don't. That's it. So it makes you go for something if you're doubting, because normally probably what you're thinking is the correct thing.
In Cyprus, there are churches just about everywhere, but there are certain churches that are hidden so well that even locals have little idea of their existence. Shrouded in mystery and set away in a location so wild and rocky that anyone who visits the area is quite simply lost for words, Ayioi Saranta Cave Church is undoubtedly one of the most magnificent on the island. Located in the resort town of Protaras, the church is dedicated to the 40 martyrs of Sebasti, a group of Roman soldiers who became martyrs for their Christian faith. The rugged staircase will lead you to the brilliant blue entrance door set against dazzling whitewashed stone. Inside the church, a feeling of peace overwhelms you. Icons have been placed in the crevices of the stone, and there are no glass windows. Light simply shines through the opening above the door, and you will immediately look up at the natural skylight with the bright sun's rays beaming through a drum dome. Its uniqueness has managed to earn it the reputation as one of the quirkiest churches in the world and one of the most mysterious cave churches around the globe. He's known as the hitman of hilarity and as more than just a pretty mobster face. He's taken his in-your-face style of stand-up comedy around the world, selling out venues and cracking up audiences wherever he goes. Angelo's Tsarouchas has an instant likability and an everyman personality, which combines a comfortable yet magnetic presence.
My name at birth, Evangelos Petros Tsarouchas. My parents' names, Peter and Debbie. I was born Montreal, Canada. As a young kid, Paul, I always loved comedy. The empowerment of making people laugh. Watching a group of people laugh was it was the best drug in the world. They opened a club in Ottawa called Yuck Yucks. And I would go every week. I'd wait my turn every week. I would go, and I kept doing it. To the point where I got better at it. My friends are in a band called Poseidon, and the band's about to play, but Tony, the bouzouki player, blew a fuse. The other guy said, "Ant, we got about half an hour. Why don't you go up and do some comedy?" I was there. I said, okay. But then I realized I'm in a room all Greek Canadians, like me. Yeah. So when I went up there, never written, naturally, I started talking about my life, which was their life. Which is our life, which I discovered later was our life anywhere in the diaspora. So I started talking about my dad, Petro, my mom, Thespian, my yaya, my papu, this, Greeks do this, Greeks do that. After about 25 minutes, I got a standing ovation. I come from a big Greek family. I'm the middle one. 360 pounds. My brother, 340 pounds. My cousin George, 380 pounds. We went to an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. We ate everything. Everything. The owner came out, short Chinese man came out, go, okay, buffet closed. You go, come back, never.
You obviously delight in taboo subjects. Your speciality, as you mentioned, is your Greek origin. I love it when you use your well-known phrases in everyday Greek that make absolute no sense in English. Using your song lyrics, your Greek customs, and your sarcasm. How hard is it to make the audience laugh and bring them into your own world? And I'm talking about the non-Greek audience now.
Right. So what happens here, see, with a Greek audience, I can say things like I've used a few words with you in this interview and there was no hesitation. With a mainstream audience, I'll talk about everyday things, but I think the key is to a regular audience, you have to dial in something that they're going to connect to, something that's happening right now.
Yorgos, I talked to God. He has a plan.
George Stroumboulopoulos is a friend of mine. He's a great interviewer in Canada. And he wrote and is producing a thing called Watching the Detectives, where I play a Greek Orthodox priest who runs a casino out of the basement in Toronto. And he's a bit of a gangster. But what you find out later, the money that they raise is to help street kids. So they're kind of rogue. He used to be a detective, so now I'm playing. So imagine I'm on Queen Street in Toronto at midnight, and I'm walking down Queen Street with a cigar in my hand, and these people were looking at me. The cops were looking at me. What's this priest doing out in the middle of the night? Guy took his girl center court, got down on one knee, said, "Amanda, will you marry me?" And in front of 21,000 people, Amanda said, "No!"
No! That's why when I asked my girl to get married, we were standing close to a cliff.
I want to come to Cyprus. I'm not even blowing smoke up your butt. I want to go there. I mean, I'm scheduled to come there in October. Now, it all depends, Paul, what's going to happen. I got to go to Ireland, England, Greece. I really want to go there. But if I don't make it this year, definitely next year I'm going to come there. Regardless, I'm going to come.
Is there a personal motto that Angelo Tsarouchas wakes up to every day and says, this is what I've got to adhere to?
Somebody told me this once. I go, life's an apple. Take a bite sometimes. Because so many people are scared. They're scared. I don't know if I should do this. I said, look, I started up my life again. I was married once before. I was in the travel business. My dad died. I lost my business and my marriage crumbled. And my cubaro gave me a beat-up Buick, and I had $900, and I drove to Toronto. I never looked back. And I thought to myself, my dad left Greece 1949, 15 years old, went to Canada, didn't speak English, and made a business and a life. What am I scared about? So people that tell me you can't do something, I'm the guy that says you can do something.
We'll mark the view as a 10, but the potholes down that drive are a serious drawback. I may have whiplash. Things can only get better. Front door?
Made in Italy is a heartwarming story about a father and son who rekindle their relationship while fixing up an old family house. Set in glorious Tuscany, bohemian London artist Robert, played by Liam Neeson, returns to Italy with his estranged son Jack to make a quick sale of the house they inherited from his late wife. Neither expects to find the once beautiful villa in such a state of disrepair. Renovations go badly, with father and son soon finding themselves at odds. Made in Italy marks the directorial debut of actor James D'Arcy, who portrays Eden Jarvis in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The film is set to premiere this August and promises an uplifting story for summer moviegoers looking for a bit of escapism. Stay connected and follow us on social media. If you want to be featured on Culturescope, contact our production team on the email provided below. Until next time, stay safe and let culture transform your life.